When you go down there, you know a couple of things. It's going to be loud, and it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be fun. It's a great atmosphere in which to play in. In their energy, it's right up there at the very top of the ACC sites that we go to. There's a real football fever. You know, it's not just a Saturday afternoon activity. There's a real passion and a real fever for Clemson football, and so I've always enjoyed going in there. It's very challenging to go in. Like I say, it's challenging. They always have a very talented team. I mean, I can't remember when Clemson wasn't talented. Well, a lot of it has to do with the development of Kyle Parker as the quarterback. For those of you who are not familiar with his background, this is a superior athlete. And I would use his resume, not my opinion, to back that up. That is, during the spring of what should have been his senior year in high school, he made all ACC in baseball. I think he might have led the conference in home runs while participating in spring practice and acclimating himself to being a college student instead of going to his senior prom. And he's got the type of eye-to-hand coordination that would be associated with somebody who could hit a speeding fastball or moving curveball as well as he does. Okay, a critical factor, and I think you'll find that most quarterbacks who are really, really good have a high accuracy number. It's not just about mechanics. That you'll find that somewhere along the line, they were either a real good scorer in basketball, high school basketball, or a good hitter, or a good pitcher, but something that eye-to-hand coordination as much as physical athletic skills is a factor in performance. And so his resume clearly says that, and he was a tremendously regarded quarterback coming out of high school. And we were certainly well aware of his circumstances, and there was always some conjecture as to whether or not he would play college football or go directly into professional baseball. So he's that type of athlete, and early in the season, the skills were apparent, but clearly was a player who hadn't had to make those decisions under the speed of ACC competition. And now that he's 10 games into the season, so really doing a terrific job with it. And they have some remarkable playmakers, and he's very tuned into getting the ball to those playmakers. So those things work very well in consort. Yeah, unique in his overall skill set. He's clearly a dynamic, hard to get on the ground runner. His kick return record speaks for itself. He's now got at least 2 touchdown passes in his resume, one of which we witnessed. He's got touchdown catches. He is the true all-purpose threat, maybe as great as we've seen in this conference in a long time. I mean, and I say this in a positive way. You know, when you win, it's a grind. Okay? When you lose, it's a grind. You know, but it's positive, it's good, it's what we choose for it to be. You know, but to do 100 hours a week and go through the whole process again every week, there's no carryover. You know, the Boston College is over, you grade the film, you put it in the file, then you start the whole process all over again with a new. Well, that's what we like to do. Okay, that's what we like to do. We enjoy getting ready for games. We enjoy teaching players. We enjoy the competition. We do it all really. The process is fun. The result is paramount, but the process is fun. So when I say it's a grind, win or lose, it's the same deal. And every season's challenging in that respect. Every season's got things to deal with. You know, every season you get guys hurt. That's why we don't make a big deal out of it. Sometimes it hurts your circumstances more than others, but you can't choose what year you're going to make a big issue out of it. When you start making a big issue out of it, then you create built-in excuses for the players. You create built-in excuses for yourself. You create I think you minimize your opportunity for players to think of themselves as the next man up, because you're always talking about how hurt the team is because that guy's predecessor was gone. Well, what would you think? Each one's got a little different idea, because you're going to get 32 different, maybe not 32, but a widespread different set of ideas on a player like Vic, what he's done. But the range of things that he has done has certainly helped his circumstances, because it's provided more options at which he can be evaluated. And that's those teams' business. We don't try to evaluate the players for them. We just answer the questions for them. We try to. One of the reasons that we are so open about letting the NFL personnel people come in, one of the most open teams in the country, is for players like that. Is that when Chris Long's here and Eugene Monroe is here, and those kind of guys, well, they're going to make sure they do their due diligence on those players. But it's those players that are a little further down the line that if the scouts only have limited opportunity to be around, they don't have time to do their work on them. But knowing that they can be here as much as they need to be, that's when they find out about and can do a more complete report on those players. And we feel that when those players give us everything they have, and they still have dreams to go on, the least we can do is to open the door and provide them as much opportunity to be evaluated. But we'll answer their questions, and they know that we're accessible to that. And so Vic is one of those players that we've said the same thing about some other players. One of them had 18 carries yesterday, and Jason Snelling. And we say I clearly remember just being able to say about Jason that, look, he may not be the most spectacular in any way. He's not the fastest or the tallest or the heaviest running back. He's just a really good player. And really, what team wouldn't want a really good player? Well, he's thought of very positively in Atlanta. He's the special teams captain. I guess Turner got hurt yesterday. Jason had 18 carries, 61 yards. Nice day. We say the same thing about Vic. He's just a good player. He blocks, he tackles, he catches, he runs, he covers kicks, he catches kicks. He does what football players do. He's not a specialist. He's just a good football player.